Do well to check out our newly released MBTI guide. This guide contains our extensive research and insights on personal growth, career, and relationship for all 16 MBTI personality types. Click the link in the description of this video to get access now. Introduction. INFJs are one of the rarest personality types in the Myers-Briggs type indicator, MBTI. They are often described as the counselors. INFJs are a blend of introversion, intuition, feeling, and judgment, which makes them to be introspective, empathetic, and deeply committed to their values. They look for meaning in their lives and the world around them. INFJs are very compassionate individuals who have the ability to connect with others on an emotional level. This natural sense of empathy can make them exceptional listeners and advisors. They are often described as visionaries because of their forward-thinking mindset. INFJs are also very private and reserved. As introverts, they often feel drained by social interactions, particularly in large social settings. They thrive in more intimate, meaningful relationships where they can engage in deep, thoughtful conversations. INFJs have a strong sense of personal integrity. They are often guided by their values and beliefs. This commitment to their principles can make them appear idealistic, and they may become frustrated when the world does not live up to their expectations. INFJs are also very imaginative and creative. Their intuition allows them to see connections and patterns that others might overlook, and they are often able to come up with innovative solutions to complex problems. They have a rich inner world. Their judging function makes them organized, decisive, and goal-oriented. They prefer structure and predictability, which allows them to plan for the future and follow through on their long-term goals. In relationships, INFJs are deeply loyal and supportive partners. Although their rich inner world can sometimes make it difficult for others to fully understand their emotions, leading to a sense of isolation or loneliness. INFJs look for deep, authentic relationships with others and tend to gravitate toward individuals who share their values and ideals. They may also struggle with trusting others fully, as they are cautious about opening up to people they feel do not align with their values. In terms of work, INFJs excel in jobs where they can make a meaningful impact in the lives of others. They often find fulfillment in careers such as counseling, education, social work, healthcare, or the arts, fields that allow them to express their creativity and empathy while also helping people. INFJs are not driven by material success or status, but by the desire to create positive change and improve the lives of others. Chapter 1. The Strengths of INFJ. INFJs have the ability to tune into the emotions of those around them, often sensing feelings that others may not even be aware of themselves. This allows them to offer support in ways that feel deeply personal and meaningful to others. It is this genuine empathy that allows them to form strong, lasting relationships with people. INFJs are driven by their vision and idealism. They are driven by a deep sense of purpose and a desire to improve the world. They see potential for growth and change in almost any situation. This forward thinking gives them the ability to set long-term goals and work tirelessly toward achieving them, often sacrificing short-term reward for the sake of their bigger vision. INFJs are also very creative. They are skilled at seeing patterns and connections where others might see chaos or randomness. This allows them to come up with innovative solutions to complex problems, whether in their personal lives or in their work. Their creativity is not just limited to artistic pursuits. It extends to how they approach challenges and opportunities, making them excellent problem solvers. INFJs spend a significant amount of time reflecting on their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This self-awareness enables them to grow and evolve constantly, seeking ways to better themselves and their relationships. This self-reflection also makes them open to feedback and personal development, as they are constantly seeking ways to refine their approach to life. INFJs are also highly determined individuals. When they commit to a goal or cause, they do so with a level of dedication and persistence that is often unmatched. They are capable of remaining focused on their goals for long periods, showing resilience even when faced with adversity. INFJs are excellent listeners. People are often drawn to them because they feel heard and understood when they speak to an INFJ. This ability to listen deeply, without judgment, allows them to offer support and guidance in a way that makes others feel safe and valued. This is why INFJs often find themselves in roles where they can mentor or provide emotional support to others. Chapter 2. INFJ Weaknesses. While their strengths are widely celebrated, INFJs also face certain challenges that can hinder their personal growth and affect their relationships. One of such weaknesses for INFJs is their tendency to become too idealistic. INFJs have high standards for themselves and other people. This idealism can make it difficult for them to accept people's imperfections and flaws. When their expectations aren't met, INFJs can feel frustrated or even betrayed. This idealism can lead them to put others on pedestals or invest emotionally in relationships that are unfulfilling or one-sided. INFJs are also very sensitive to criticism. INFJs take criticism to heart and can be deeply affected by it. INFJs may internalize criticism, viewing it as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for growth. This sensitivity to criticism can lead them to become defensive or withdraw from situations where they feel they're being judged, preventing them from learning and growing from constructive feedback. INFJs are also known for being perfectionists. Their desire for everything to be just right can lead to procrastination, as they may become so focused on details that they delay completing tasks or projects. They may also become paralyzed by the fear of not measuring up to their own standards, which can prevent them from taking risks or putting themselves out there. In relationships, this perfectionism can manifest as a tendency to expect too much from their partners, which may ruin their relationships. INFJs also have a tendency to overextend themselves for the sake of others. They may take on too many responsibilities and neglect their own needs because they want to help others. This can lead to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and resentment, especially when their efforts are not reciprocated or appreciated. INFJs also struggle with setting boundaries. Their empathetic nature makes it difficult for them to say no. This lack of boundaries can cause INFJs to feel drained, overwhelmed, and taken advantage of. This can also lead to an unhealthy dynamic in their relationships, where the INFJ feels constantly pulled in multiple directions and unable to assert their own needs. INFJs can be prone to emotional overwhelm. Their deep sensitivity to the world around them means that they often take on the emotional weight of those they care about. This can lead them to feel emotionally burdened, especially if they don't have a healthy outlet for processing their own feelings. INFJs may struggle to express their own emotions, often bottling them up until they reach a breaking point. Recognizing and addressing these weaknesses can help INFJs lead more balanced and fulfilling lives, allowing them to better navigate the complexities of their inner world and their relationships with other people. Chapter 3. INFJ Cognitive Functions. How their brain works. Their cognitive functions provide valuable insight into how they process the world around them and make decisions. These functions help to explain how the brains of INFJs work. The dominant function of INFJs is introverted intuition, NI. This function allows them to see the world in a deeply symbolic and abstract manner. INFJs often rely on their intuition to understand underlying patterns, connections, and meanings that others may miss. They are often able to grasp the bigger picture or sense a future outcome without needing concrete evidence. This leads them to be visionary thinkers, with a strong sense of direction and purpose in life. Their ability to read between the lines and understand the hidden motivations of people and situations can make them exceptionally insightful. The secondary function, extroverted feeling, F, complements the dominant introverted intuition by focusing on the emotional needs and values of others. This function makes INFJs highly attuned to the feelings of those around them. They are drawn to helping others and ensuring harmony in their relationships, which is why they often take on the role of a counselor or guide. This is why INFJs also tend to make decisions based on how their choices will affect others. The third function, introverted thinking, TI, allows INFJs to analyze and structure information logically. While INFJs prioritize their feelings and intuition, they also seek to understand ideas in a systematic way. This internal thought process helps them refine their ideas and make sense of the abstract insights they derive from their dominant function. Although introverted thinking is not too outwardly expressed, it provides INFJs with a tool to test their intuitive insights, ensuring that they are coherent. The fourth function, extroverted sensing, SE, is the least developed function in INFJs. Extroverted sensing is concerned with the present moment and the details of the external world. INFJs may find themselves less interested in sensory experiences or day-to-day details. As a result, they may struggle with being fully present in their physical environments. However, when they are able to engage extroverted sensing, it can provide them with a grounded and sensory-based understanding of the world, balancing out their often abstract thinking. Together, these cognitive functions form a complex framework that drives the behavior and decision-making of INFJs. Understanding the cognitive functions of INFJs offers a glimpse into how their brains work. Chapter 4. INFJs and Romantic Relationships. When it comes to romantic relationships, INFJs seek deep bonds rather than casual or superficial relationships. For them, love is something profound that should be done well. They are not interested in just finding someone to hook up with, but instead long for a partner who shares their values, dreams, and aspirations. Their empathetic nature allows them to provide a sense of safety and emotional security in relationships, but it also means they are highly vulnerable to emotional overload. They may sometimes retreat into themselves if they feel overwhelmed, which would be a challenge for their partners to understand. While INFJs are capable of offering immense love, they also need their space and time to recharge. This duality can create complexity in romantic relationships, but is often balanced by their deep commitment to their partner's well-being. INFJs often have a vision of what a perfect relationship should look like, and this vision is colored by their desire for harmony, understanding, and authenticity. They want to create an atmosphere where both partners can be their true selves without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. However, this idealism can sometimes lead to unrealistic expectations. INFJs may find themselves disappointed if their partner falls short of their lofty ideals, leading to feelings of frustration. It is crucial for INFJs to recognize that no relationship is perfect, and that imperfection can still foster deep love. In relationships, INFJ are often not interested in small talk. They prefer deep conversations. This can make them wonderful partners for those who also value depth and communication. INFJs may struggle with conflict resolution. Their natural tendency to avoid confrontation can lead to unresolved issues if they don't address their concerns openly. Over time, this can result in emotional buildup, which can damage the relationship if not addressed. INFJs are often loyal and dedicated partners, but they are also highly selective. They are not afraid to walk away from relationships that no longer serve their personal growth or happiness. However, once they commit to a relationship, they do so wholeheartedly, bringing warmth, care, and devotion. INFJs may appear reserved or guarded at first, but once they feel emotionally safe, they reveal their true selves. INFJ romantic relationships are typically built on a foundation of love, care, and a shared vision for the future, making them some of the most loyal and thoughtful partners anyone could have. Chapter 5. INFJ and Friendships. For INFJs, a friendship is more than just spending time together. It is about understanding, emotional depth, and mutual growth. In friendships, INFJs are loyal and devoted, often going above and beyond to support their friends. They have the ability to sense when something is wrong, even when their friends don't express it openly. This intuitive nature allows them to be there for their friends in ways that others may not even realize they need. Trust is essential for an INFJ in any friendship. They are not the type to open up to just anyone. They reserve their inner world for a select few who they believe will appreciate and understand them. Once an INFJ trusts someone, they are loyal and will invest time and energy into nurturing that bond. They enjoy deep, philosophical conversations. Small talk is something they typically don't enjoy much, preferring instead to engage in discussions that reflect their values and dreams. INFJs are the kind of friends who will listen without judgment, offering thoughtful advice. Because INFJs are so attuned to the emotions of others, they can often pick up on subtle cues that others may miss. This makes them excellent listeners, and their friends often feel seen and understood in a way that is rare in most friendships. In friendships, INFJs are also known for needing time alone to recharge. They tend to be introverted, and prolonged social interaction can leave them feeling drained. This can sometimes be misunderstood by their friends as disinterest, but in reality, It is simply a part of their nature. For INFJs, balance is important. They thrive in friendships where their need for solitude is respected, and their emotional needs are also met. INFJs are driven by their ideals, so they are very selective about the people they allow into their lives. They are not interested in superficial relationships. Instead, they seek friends who share similar values. INFJs may find it difficult to form close friendships with people who don't understand their values. INFJ friendships are often characterized by emotional richness and a shared commitment to personal growth. Though they may not have a large circle of friends, the relationships they do have are deeply meaningful and long-lasting. Chapter 6. Careers of INFJ. INFJs are often drawn to professions that align with their values and desire for personal growth. Here we will look at some careers that INFJs might consider and how they can succeed in these careers. One of the most fulfilling careers INFJs can pursue is counseling. Their empathetic nature and strong intuition make them well-suited to help others navigate life's challenges. Whether working as a therapist, social worker, or life coach, INFJs excel when they are helping people grow and heal. Another great career for INFJs is teaching. They are naturally gifted at understanding complex concepts and breaking them down in ways that others can understand. Whether in elementary education, higher education, or even tutoring, INFJs find satisfaction in helping others learn and grow. Creative fields are also an excellent fit for INFJs. Many are drawn to writing, art, and design, where they can express their deep thoughts and emotions. INFJs are often found in writing careers such as novelists, journalists, or content creators. Their ability to connect with others emotionally through their work helps them to produce compelling stories that resonate with their audience. Healthcare professions, especially those in mental health and holistic practices, appeal to INFJs because they provide opportunities to help others while also encouraging personal growth. INFJs may find fulfillment as psychiatrists, psychologists, or alternative medicine practitioners. Their ability to empathize and listen without judgment makes them particularly effective in these jobs. Nonprofit work is another area where INFJs can shine. They are driven by a strong sense of purpose and are often passionate about causes such as environmental sustainability, social justice, or animal rights. Working in the nonprofit sector allows INFJs to make a tangible difference while aligning with their core values. INFJs may also excel in roles such as human resources, where their intuitive understanding of people's needs and their desire to foster a harmonious work environment can create positive change within organizations. Also, careers in research, particularly in psychology or sociology, can be a good fit for INFJs. These jobs allow them to explore deep questions and contribute to a greater understanding of the human condition. Law can also be a powerful career choice for INFJs who are driven by a desire for justice. INFJs can excel in roles such as user experience, UX, designers, where they can create intuitive and user-friendly products that reflect their understanding of human needs. Their deep thinking and creativity make them valuable contributors to innovation in the tech world. INFJs can also thrive as entrepreneurs, particularly if they focus on creating businesses that align with their personal values. Whether starting a consulting firm or a social enterprise, INFJs can create a business that not only provides financial stability, but also supports their mission to make the world a better place. Careers in diplomacy or international relations can also be a great fit for INFJs. Their natural empathy, combined with their ability to think strategically, can make them effective in diplomatic negotiations. Regardless of the career path, INFJs thrive in environments that align with their values, encourage personal growth, and allow them to make meaningful contributions in the world. Chapter 7. INFJ as parents. INFJs often make dedicated and loving parents. Their unique qualities can have a profound impact on their children's development, as they approach parenting with a mix of idealism and a strong sense of responsibility. INFJ parents deeply care about creating a safe and supportive environment where their children can express themselves freely and grow into compassionate, self-aware individuals. INFJ parents put their children's needs above their own and will go to great lengths to ensure their well-being. This can sometimes mean they are more self-sacrificial than other personality types. As parents, INFJs tend to be very intuitive able to understand their children's feelings even when they are not verbally expressed. This ability allows them to connect with their children on a deep emotional level, helping their kids feel seen and understood. INFJs are also very protective, but their protection comes from a desire to nurture their children's independence while guiding them through life's challenges. They are patient listeners, offering support and advice when needed, but are careful not to impose their beliefs or desires on their children. INFJs are very empathetic, and as parents are deeply affected by their children's struggles. If their child is unhappy or facing difficulties, an INFJ parent might take it to heart, feeling emotionally overwhelmed. This deep emotional connection to their children can be both strength and a weakness, as it sometimes leads to burnout. INFJ parents also value the importance of strong moral values and integrity. They believe in teaching their children the importance of kindness, respect, and understanding. They often have a vision for what they want their children to grow up to be. This vision drives much of their parenting style, and they will encourage their children to pursue their passions, follow their heart, and make decisions that align with their values. INFJ parents may place high expectations on themselves and their children. This can result in them being overly critical or feeling that they're not living up to their own standards. They might also struggle with setting boundaries, as their desire to make their children happy can sometimes lead them to overextend themselves. INFJ parents are often deeply supportive and present in their children's lives. Their love is unwavering, and they work tirelessly to create a nurturing home environment that fosters growth and emotional well-being. Chapter 8. INFJ Communication Style. Their intuition plays a very critical role in their communication style. INFJs are often guided by their gut feelings and instincts about a situation or person, which allows them to read between the lines of what is being said. This deep sense of intuition often gives them the ability to grasp the underlying emotional context of a conversation, enabling them to respond in ways that are not just intellectually appropriate, but also emotionally sensitive. This ability to understand others on such a profound level can make INFJs feel deeply connected to the people they communicate with. INFJs are also very introspective, which often leads them to be more thoughtful than spontaneous in their conversations. They process their thoughts internally before speaking, making them careful with their words. While they may not always be the most talkative in a group setting, when they do speak, it is usually with purpose and clarity. They avoid small talk and prefer to engage in discussions that are meaningful, insightful, and aligned with their values. INFJs are very empathetic and can easily put themselves in other people's shoes. This allows them to respond with warmth, understanding, and support, creating a safe space for others to express themselves openly. However, this same empathy can make them highly sensitive to the emotions of others, which can sometimes lead to them taking on emotional burdens that aren't their own. INFJs can also be quite reserved, especially when they don't feel a deep connection with someone. They value privacy and tend to keep personal details to themselves until they trust someone enough to share. This can make them appear mysterious, and they often enjoy having deep, one-on-one conversations rather than engaging in larger group discussions. INFJs are driven by a sense of purpose, and their communication often reflects their desire to inspire and uplift others. They are often drawn to roles where they can help people grow, whether through teaching, counseling, or mentoring. In these contexts, their communication is not just about exchanging information, but about encouraging others to think more deeply about themselves and the world around them. Their deep understanding of others and their desire to build meaningful relationships make them exceptional communicators. Chapter 9. Stress Management for INFJs. One of the most effective ways for INFJs to manage stress is by practicing self-awareness. Because they are naturally attuned to the emotions of others, they can easily neglect their own needs. Taking time to check in with themselves, whether through journaling or mindfulness, helps them become aware of their feelings and what is contributing to their stress. Recognizing when they're stressed out allows them to take proactive steps to manage their emotions before they become unmanageable. INFJs should also learn to set healthy boundaries. Due to their compassionate nature, they may overextend themselves in an effort to help others, often to the detriment of their own well-being. It's important for INFJs to learn the art of saying no when necessary and to prioritize their own needs. Setting boundaries doesn't mean they're being selfish, but rather, it's a way to protect their mental and emotional health. INFJs are very introspective, and their minds can become consumed with the world's problems and their own inner thoughts. To prevent stress from these thoughts, they need to engage in activities that allow them to disconnect and recharge. Creative outlets, such as painting, writing, or music can provide an effective release for their emotions and thoughts. These activities enable INFJs to express themselves without the pressure of having to please anyone else. INFJs may sometimes overlook the importance of exercise or adequate rest, focusing too much on the mental and emotional aspects of their lives. However, regular physical activity is a natural way to reduce stress. Whether it's going for a walk in nature or practicing yoga, these activities can help INFJs release built-up stress and improve their overall well-being. Seeking support from others is also an essential way for INFJs to manage stress. Talking things out with someone who understands them can help INFJs process their emotions and gain a better perspective of a situation. Building a network of supportive relationships will allow them to feel less isolated and more equipped to navigate life's challenges. INFJs can also benefit from finding a sense of purpose in their daily activities. Having a clear understanding of what drives them and aligning their actions with their values will help them maintain focus and motivation, even in stressful times. By engaging in work or projects that reflect their passions, INFJs can find meaning in their work, which will reduce the feeling of stress that may arise from tasks that feel disconnected from their core values. By implementing these strategies, INFJs can build resilience and maintain a sense of inner peace even when life becomes overwhelming. Chapter 10. INFJ as leaders. INFJs tend to lead not from a place of authority or power, but from a desire to make a meaningful impact and help others grow. Their leadership style is centered on authenticity and fostering relationships that allow those around them to thrive. INFJs are naturally inclined to help others reach their potential, which makes them very supportive leaders. They focus on understanding the needs and strengths of their team members, striving to create an environment where individuals feel valued and respected. This can lead to a strong sense of loyalty and trust within their teams. Rather than exerting control, INFJs encourage collaboration, often empowering their team to take ownership of their work. They are the kind of leaders who take time to listen, provide insight, and offer guidance when needed. INFJs are driven by a vision for a better future. This ability to think deeply about the long-term picture allows them to guide their teams with a sense of purpose that is rooted in something greater than just immediate goals or tasks. INFJs are also known for setting high standards, not out of a desire to control, but because they genuinely believe in the potential of both their teams and the causes they support. This vision becomes a rallying point for their leadership, inspiring others to join them in working toward a common goal. While they are idealistic, INFJs are also practical when it comes to making their vision a reality. They may not always appear as traditional or conventional leaders, but their approach is grounded in a deep understanding of people and situations. They tend to approach problems with a thoughtful, strategic mindset, taking into account not just the task at hand, but also the emotions, motivations, and perspectives of everyone involved. This sensitivity to the needs of others can help them navigate complex situations with grace and empathy. INFJs care deeply about the well-being of their teams, and if they feel that they're not living up to their ideals or that their efforts aren't making a meaningful difference, they may become disheartened. This makes it important for INFJs to find balance, ensuring they have time to recharge and reflect on their journey as leaders. INFJs may not fit the traditional mold of a charismatic, extroverted leader, but their quiet strength and unwavering commitment to their values make them powerful leaders. Their ability to inspire and nurture those around them allows them to lead with a depth that transcends typical expectations. Do check out our newly released MBTI guide. This guide contains our extensive research and insights on personal growth, career, and relationship for all 16 MBTI personality types. Click the link in the description of this video to get access now.